Hello, everyone. This is Miss Ramirez, and today we are going to be doing a mini lesson over how to use our math apps in the mathlearningcenter.org. And the goal is for us to not only learn how to use some new components to these applications on these websites, but to also be able to complete our final task, which is going to be to utilize one of the apps to create a word problem, also represent that word problem, and solve using the digital manipulatives. So this website is really great because it does have those free math apps that you can use, and you can use them on your iPad, your MacBook, and you also can use them just on your Chromebook for school. So I'm going to scroll down the page. As you can see, we have a lot of virtual manipulatives and whiteboards that we can use, and we are going to be using the number frames today. So since I'm using the number frames, I'm going to click on the Open Web App, and my application is going to pop up. So our objective for today is going to be to create a word problem, to represent, and to solve. So I'm going to walk you through some of the features while I am doing that activity. So I'm going to go over here to our text box. You can write using the free write pencil tool, but I think that whenever you're typing or displaying writing, sometimes the text box is just easier. So our word problem is going to be Sally has 3 bug catchers. Each bug catcher can hold 5 ladybugs. How many ladybugs can she catch? Okay, so if you are using the typing tool, if you make a mistake, you can just go back and you can just hit backspace to erase. You can also change out any of your information that you would like to. I'm going to go make a few changes. I'm going to make sure my ladybugs is one word. And I have the number 5 right now in standard form, but I want to put it in word form. So I'm going to go back and change that. So now I have my word problem. So I'm going to hit done. I can also move it around the screen, but I'm going to put it up here at the top of my whiteboard, and I can manipulate it to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to put it there, and then I'm going to use some of the other tools to show how I can represent this problem. So in this particular app, we do have the number frames that you can utilize, and you can use it up to the 100s grid. If you wanted to use one of these, you can just click and drag. Notice how it has that blue tint around the edges. That tells me that it's been selected. So if I don't want to use it anymore, I can see that that blue outline is there, and then I can go click the trash can and it'll go away. So I want to represent my problem by using something to represent my 3 bug catchers. So I have some different tools over here that are going to give me some shapes. I also have this color wheel. So I want to use the color purple for my bug catchers, and I'm going to use a square. So I clicked on it and one square popped up, and I'm going to put this square right here to represent 1. I'm going to do another one. And when you're doing these, if the sizes aren't perfect, that's okay. The idea is that we just know that they are representing each bug catcher. Okay, so I have my bug catchers, and I can manipulate the sizes by using the arrows in the corner. And now I want to represent how I could show my 5 ladybugs in each. So you could do this if you wanted to by using the free drawing tool and physically writing the ladybugs in there. But I am actually going to use these counters. So when I click on these counters, I have a variety I can choose from and some colors. And since we're talking about ladybugs, I'm going to click my ladybugs. And if you wanted to change the colors, you could. I'm going to stick with red. I'm going to close it out. And then I'm going to put 5 ladybugs in each one until it is full, and then I'm going to move on to the next. So I see that this bug catcher can hold 5. And if you need to move them around, you can. That's perfectly fine. If you click on the 5 and the 10, it's going to give you a group of that amount, but I like to be able to move them around a little bit easier, so I'm going to use the single ladybugs. So I did 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. So now I'm down to my last bug catcher. I'm going to represent it with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have represented, and now we're going to write our equation to help us solve. So I'm going to use the tool to write our equation. I'm going to go back and change my color. I'm going to use green this time. And I see that I have 3 groups of 5. So I'm going to use my multiplication symbol to represent that. And I have my equation, 3 times 5, because I have 3 groups of 5. And I'm going to skip count to solve my problem. I have 5, 10, 15. I have 15 ladybugs. So I was able to do all the steps. I was able to create a word problem, represent and solve, and I can also share this problem with my class, just like you will be able to share it with me. So if you click on this square with an arrow right here, you can share, and you can share it in a variety of ways. So you can either take a screenshot and it'll save the image. You can do a link or send a display code. I would like everyone to send me their link by selecting copy link, and that way I can collect them from you virtually, and you're going to send me that link by using your school email. So when we are done with that, you will be able to send me your digital whiteboard showing your process. I can't wait to see them. Thank you.